the sun is setting but has not yet set. As you guys find solid ground beneath you, landing, um, as you were coming in, you can see this old, worn-out bridge, this not taken care of pathway that leads over to kind of a ruined. I don't know what you would call these. It's kind of like a temple-esque ruin vibe, but it's hard to tell exactly what it was used for. But there's like these columns and stuff going up. And as you flew in, you would have seen on a few of these spires, through the gust of wind, it almost looks like for brief moments these faces materialize in these little whirls of wind. And you would have recognized from your guys' education that this area was crawling with air elementals, occasionally taking form. You guys would have seen coming in one over in this area on this spire right here before landing. All right, the table is your guys'. What are you doing? As you land, the griffins kind of shake themselves and tuck in their wings.
Do we have a map we're looking at?
A map, as in the interactive map of Faerun, to know where you are?
Yeah, I guess I'm having a hard time visualizing what you just said.
Are you in Talespire?
Sure am. Waiting on GM.
Let me try to bring you. I got everyone else. It just must not have pulled you. There he is.
Ah, this makes a lot more sense.
Welcome aboard.
How come you don't have access to your character, though?
That is an excellent looking question.
I'm good.
Let's see. There we go. Now try.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay. So as you guys land, the sun is setting. It is frigid up here. Looking down, it is, and from what you could see of the spires, they are like straight vertical, like this supernatural thing. Like it doesn't look like it was naturally formed. This massive, straight up spike into the air of these spires. You guys are probably somewhere between 8,000 to 10,000 feet up.
Oh boy.
So does anybody in our group have any control over earth elementals?
Earth? That's you.
I mean, air.
No.
No.
I need to pull up my character sheet.
Demas can summon a little winged guy, but he's not an air elemental.
It does seem like it's kind of like a northward wind, so the griffins have kind of taken shelter here behind this, what is it called? Like a butte or whatever, this elevation spot. And the wind is like twisting around and everything and going a bunch of different ways, but the main force of the wind is coming from like a northward direction.
Have I been able to attune to my boots of spider climbing on the way over?
Yeah, if you were... Yeah.
You were already attuned to the slippers.
I thought you were attuned to the boots and then you got the slippers.
Yeah, I did get the slippers on top of it, and then I also wanted to have made sure that I attuned to my Stone of Good Luck on the way over.
Okay, yes, you would have been able to. It only takes an hour to attune to something.
Would have attuned to the Vorpal sword.
Have you guys make sure that you're not over your limit for attunements?
I did.
Yeah, that's why I gave a bunch of stuff away last week. We're limited to how many? It's 4?
It's 5 for attuned items and 3 for minor attunements.
5, and yeah, I'm good.
What, minor attunements? It's not an issue for me, but still.
What are you guys doing? The winds are raging.
The
sun
first
is
thing I
only
want to
getting
do
lower.
is pull out some meat out of my sack and feed my griffin.
And seeing the food coming out of the bag, it already kind of like nudges some of them over. One of them, who's closer to the edge, who gets nudged over a little bit, like intelligently looks over at the other griffin, kind of with attitude, and pecks at it, but doesn't actually grab a hold. And your griffin comes forward excitedly, grabs the food out of the air. I'm changing my mics. It looks like this area is very dry, but what moisture there is in the air has like clung to the side of these spires and frozen on the edges and stuff.
Right.
The edges look pretty slick.
Hey,
Okay.
Mike.
What?
The Tomb of Leadership and Influence, the magical book that I got, it says that I have to read it within 6 days of when I start reading the book. And then I get 2 extra charisma points, but then it
Right.
loses its magic for 100 years.
Right.
That's okay. I just want to make sure that I had the correct information. Thank you.
Yep. Okay.
All right, can you guys hear me better now?
Oh, that's so much better.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Emus is gonna check out his new slippers, and he's gonna start climbing all over the rock face. Like, oh, there I go.
Whoa!
Okay, give me a second. Slippers of Spider.
They don't work if it's icy.
So you're going to attempt on this area?
No, I was gonna go up this side here. Oh, there I go again.
Evis. Am I gonna have to move you? So as you try to vertically climb here, you get to about here before the ice begins on the lip there.
Come on, call back. Hey guys, this is pretty neat. You should get yourselves a pair.
The wind rushes against everyone's faces. A frigidness in the air. You guys pushing forward? We're coming up with a plan. What are we doing?
Man, we could have gotten that ring.
Quick question. As a ranger, would I happen to know of any small creatures that would inhabit this sort of environment?
Great question. Rolling nature check for me.
You got it. 15 plus 1. Well, I've got a shit nature score for being a ranger. 16.
16?
Yes.
How's that a shitty...
No, I rolled 15 and plus 1.
Oh. Yes, so in these parts, especially at higher elevation, are you specifically only thinking about small creatures?
Yes.
Spring-legged winged monkeys.
Green-legged wing. Okay, interesting. Can I try to use my cloak of wild shape to transform into one?
Dude, do they have wings? I want to fly a monkey.
You want to fly on a monkey?
Activate your cloak, you guys watch as the tall figure of Emus transforms down into this snow-colored fur, like thick fur. Small monkey standing about 2.5 feet tall, with the almost like a flying squirrel. The area between like the arm, like the forearm, and down to the chest area. When he reaches out his legs and his arms, they become winged like a glider. And you can see his legs, the way that they're built, is that they're almost like snap loaded, where if this type of monkey squats down, it like spring loads their step and they can launch very high vertically and then glide from there. So they can't fly, but they can spring and then glide for long distances and then spring.
That is so cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, neat.
Also,
Also,
look
geez.
back and kind of gesture like, "Come on, guys," and then just scramble off in his new form.
After I feed my griffin, I want to just kind of take in the land a little bit, look for any kind of dangers or any kind of cool stuff.
Do you want to be this guy?
Yeah,
Huh?
sure.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. You have control over him now. All right. What did you say? What did you say, Mom?
I said that after I get done feeding my oh, so cute. After I get done feeding my griffin, I want to kind of take in my surroundings, look for any traps, any danger, any cool stuff.
Where are you going to be looking? Are you like heading up to the top here, or is it just the
Well,
immediate area?
for now, the immediate area, but as I walk, I want to continue to explore, not just,
Okay. Go ahead and roll a. I'll let you decide whether you want to roll a perception to just get a general overlay of everything around you, or an insight to gain more knowledge about the things that you see around you.
Perception, please.
Okay, go for it.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I got the same plus to it.
Well, it's different information that you're going to be getting. Sorry,
10.
I shouldn't have moved you too. Unless you guys are moving up. So
Did you
looking
get-
around, looking around, a couple things pique your mind. This bridge over here that leads further down the pathway looks to be in pretty rough repair. It definitely looks very sketchy. You see what looks like two information-bearing stones here, like these two spires look like they have worn lettering on them. And then there's like this old pathway that was very deliberately put here, but has not been taken care of in some time.
Interesting.
Hey, Bazoid, can you come here, please?
Sure. Where are you? Oh, you're down here.
I want to relay a complex set of instructions to our griffins, the three of us that can't fly. I was thinking maybe we could have them like take turns keeping an eye out for us, and if one of us falls out, they try to catch us. Take turns so that they can rest.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Do you think that with your abilities that you're going to be able to repair that bridge at all?
Yes, I do think so. I need to get a closer look at it, but I think that we're going to be able to get across it safely.
Perfect.
So what now?
So I gave the ring of communication, the telepathy ring, back to Bazoid because I thought that the sword would never be able to talk again. So she's got it again.
Okay.
Now, where's Tammy and Agatha and...
They're all back
Sagan?
at the. They're all way back at the ship, working on a plan to get the. Basically, their idea is to get all the like hardware and stuff up, all the things that are going to be needed to go along with the essences that you guys are going to be bringing back to them, all these nodes and stuff. So they're getting the ship prepped for what you guys are bringing back.
Okay. Can I look at these pillars here and discern any of the writing on it?
Yeah, it looks like a very old language. Can you tell me what languages you speak?
Yes. I speak... No, maybe I can't. Draconic, Common, Dwarfish, and Elfish.
Draconic, Dwarvish, Elven, and what?
Common.
Common.
Okay. I actually need to check my notes real quick to see what languages it's in.
While he's doing that, Bazoit, like before you went up, you did talk to the griffins, right?
Yes, I went down and
Okay, cool.
Well, you can't just assume that. What did you say to them?
Okay, so before I come over to the pillars, I walk down to the cliff side. I didn't go down all the way. And I said, "Excuse me, Griffins." And as they looked up, I said, "Would it be a bother if one of you would keep an eye out for us as the other 3 rest? In case we happen to fall, you might catch us. And then after maybe an hour, you guys can swap off back and forth so that you can all get some rest while we explore."
Bazoit, use the ring.
I believe she is using the ring.
Oh, okay, cool.
So while you're sitting there talking to them, like they glance over occasionally at you as if they can hear you, but they seem distracted by something. They're like looking off in the distance with the wind in their, like as the wind wraps around the rock, and they're letting it get inside their facial fur and into their wings feathers, and they seem to be, it's like a smell or like a feeling or something, but they look like they're being like energized and vitalized by the winds, and they look over at you, and all they do is a simple like up and down nod each, and then they all 4 leap off of the little plateau there and begin soaring back and forth, kind of doing like looped figures through these spires.
Oh, maybe there's updraft.
Maybe there's what?
Updraft. That'd be really neat. Yeah, sorry, I just had a coughing fit.
If you were to get to the edge, you would definitely feel wind also coming upward for sure. Like wind seems to be going most directions except down.
Nice.
So do I know any of this language?
So the majority of the language looks like it was written in a very old form of Common, but at the base of the column there are also annotations that are written in Jotun and in Elven.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
nice.
read Elvish. Can I take a stab?
Well, I read Elvish too.
Oh.
Does anyone read Giant?
No.
I read Orc. That's not close.
Nope.
If we could do that, we could have talked to Sully Itami.
That's true. All right. So who's doing what?
I
I'm
would
trying to-
like to read what's in the Elvish language.
Yeah.
And pick up on the Old Common, if I can discern any of that.
It's very old and worn down. I'm gonna need you to make a. What kind of check would be like to decipher, like worn text?
Could be
Probably
perception.
history.
Could be.
It wouldn't be perception for sure. Investigation is more a
Oh, there you go.
let me look at this thing and figure out clues.
Or history.
History could definitely.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do a
one of those
history.
two.
Make a history check.
I rolled an 18.
Nice.
I don't know, because sometimes rolling high is good and sometimes it's not.
So, as you're sitting there trying to decipher the Elven text, you note that there are markings in the stone that are extra for the Elven text. Like some of it, it's almost like there's Elven text and then like symbols wrapped around that text to give it like an artsy kind of appearance. And as you check out that artsy appearance, it almost looks like it's like an image of a cloud wrapped around the word that's written in Elven, and the words read, "The fleeting path of the Lady of Air."
Do I know who that is?
You're welcome to make a religion check.
Lady of Air?
Lady of Air.
Of Air. And I'm making what kind of a check?
A religion. A religious check.
Like, oh. 6.
No, you do. It doesn't come to your mind at the moment who that might be in reference to. It definitely sounds like a name that would be attributed to some kind of goddess, but it doesn't occur to you which one that might be.
So all three of the other party members, other than me, would equally be able to take a stab at what the heck this stuff means.
I would like to turn to the group and say, does anybody here know who the Lady of Air is?
Emus is gonna try a history check or a religion check.
And you roll.
A 7 + 1, 8.
Now that one doesn't ring a bell to you either.
Okay.
These chosens of a god sitting here going, "Wait, no, God, but ours."
Who's got a high religion?
I only have a +2.
+1.
I have a plus nothing.
So I invested all of my points into cool stuff like stealth and insight. Actually, I don't think I've ever really used insight. I've got a +9 in it.
Oh wow, you'll be very strong at telling if somebody's lying naturally,
Yeah.
assuming you use your passive perception or passive insight.
Alright, I guess Emus is going to go ahead and test out this bridge here to try to determine how sturdy it is, what kind of condition it's in.
The first step you take, a strong breeze of wind, gust of wind comes passing, and with it, little, I wouldn't call it snow, but like very small bits of ice kind of spray past you, and very briefly, and it might have been in your imagination, but it almost looks like a face appears within the mist and then goes within like a foot of your face and then passes and disappears.
I'm going to turn back, and I'm going to try to speak to the party and see what happens.
Okay. Una momento.
You might have to whip out one of those calling stones.
So, turning around, and what were you trying to say?
I'm going to turn back and say, alright, group, let's be careful. I can try to stay ahead and see if it's stable or not.
So you guys see this gust of wind, and then Emus turn around and go, "Ooh, wah, ooh, wah, wah."
I just chuckled myself a little.
As Emus talks, I just kind of cock my head to the left.
And then Emus is going to be completely oblivious and start trying to cross the bridge.
All right. Are you just trying to like? What do you? What's on your mind as you're crossing? Are you being on the lookout for anything? Are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's safe enough for my compatriots to pass after me.
Okay, so there's definitely areas that are very sketchy looking that have holes, like this area
Yeah,
right here.
definitely not following your path.
This area, this area. Like, there's definitely areas that seem like if you're not careful, you could potentially fall through.
Okay. Because I'm just gonna keep going, like.
All right, as you get, okay? As you get right here, you notice that some of the rubble beneath your feet is actually moving underneath your weight and pushing slightly towards this kind of down slope here.
Like I'm just kind of disturbing it and it's falling off.
Like it's rocks aren't falling off yet, but they're sliding down, which is like scraping some of the ice off and making it chip below.
Emus is gonna point down and call back again. I don't think this is gonna last all of us.
You guys see his winged arm point down.
Hey, Amos.
What?
We can't understand you.
And then I'm gonna transform back to Emus. My normal self.
What's that, Caitlin?
I said right on that weak spot.
Yeah. And
Yeah. So as you grow larger, increase in size, you do see him shift slightly over as the rock slides further down, and one of the smaller rocks actually does kick off, and the wind's so strong around the two sides of this pillar that you actually see the stone drift quite a bit as it begins making its way down.
Emus gonna call it again. Sorry about that. It's really unstable here. I don't think it's gonna support all of us crossing it.
Maybe these pillars do something good. I'm gonna, like... Actually, I have no idea what these pillars say. So, Bizarre, you said, the Lady of Air. Where's that text?
It's at the bottom, written in Elven, surrounded by these words that kind of look like they got clouds around them.
So, this section down here, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to, just kind of press on it. Like it's a magical button. Not one that goes in exactly, but more like just my touch would be good enough, maybe.
Mm-hmm. As you reach out and touch the stone, nothing. It feels like a sturdy, well-built. Like craftsmen took a lot of pride in hand carving this little. I don't know what you would call it, column, I guess, but it doesn't appear to have any devices or anything like that that can be pushed or pulled or.
Right, but so what I'm thinking of is, I'm sure the answer is no now that I've done it, but what I'm imagining is, you know, those TVs that it's just like a black surface, maybe with a red glowing thing, and you press on just the piece of plastic, and there's an inlaid.
I get what you're saying.
Cool.
What I'm trying to convey is that there's no reaction.
Right. Huh. Well, that didn't work.
As you guys turn to proceed, I assume. No?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
Emus can.
That's a lot of weight to put on this rickety ass bridge.
Yeah, I thought Boogie was going to help fix it.
Okay. How about this? I'll go over to a little cranny and make a couple 4x4s that
Okay.
are like 12 feet long.
Emus
Two
is
of
gonna
them.
go ahead and transform back into the monkey.
As you begin drawing, the wood, as usual, comes out. Your ink is a little bit cold, so it's not going on as smoothly as normal, but it's not inhibited enough that it's going to make a difference.
Oh, good. Oh, wait. If it starts, if that seems to be an issue, I'm going to go ahead and warm it, using my little cantrip that can warm things weekly.
All right. As you do so, the ink seems to, even in this cold climate and high altitude, apply like it does normally, and you make quick work of making these hardwood 4x4s about 12 foot long. How many are you making?
I'm just gonna make 2 for now.
Okay.
I might have to come back to this spot, but 2 seems like enough for now. So I'll go
right.
ahead and pick them up. Oh, good. My auto facing is working again. I'll slap one down right here.
Okay. And a memento.
It's not permanent. We're gonna pick it up as we go.
Oh, okay. Well, still, you're not my daddy.
I wish he was.
It's the best I got for what you're doing. Oh, no, it's not. Look, I
Cool.
got these. Oh, shit. Look, I got these. Did you see that?
So I want it on the inside of this wall. Oh yeah, those are nice. That is definitely a plank.
Where do you want the other one?
I only want it on the inside of this one wall on the right.
Got both of them?
No, I just... one should be enough for this spot.
Okay. All right. Emus, are you just sitting there on that soft spot?
No, I'm gonna start moving it on aheadward. Again, trying to like scout the walkways to find anything like really bad.
Oh.
You know, we're doing this the hard way. We could just go back, hop on our griffins, and just fly over.
I'm suspicious about doing that. It looks kind of important.
What do you mean?
Like the pathway looks important to me.
Oh, the journey.
I guess. Shrugging.
So,
At Emus's thought of just riding our griffins, I'm gonna whistle for my griffin.
and as you do so, whistling out, there's a few moments hanging in the air, and there is no response. You can still see your griffin coming in and out of view below, dancing between the spires and stuff as it flies, but it can't hear you through the wind.
Great. Can I use my ring and talk to him telekinetically?
You're more than welcome to.
I'm going to attempt to speak to him telekinetically.
And say what?
I'm gonna call him name, but I can't remember what I named him.
Heresy.
I know. But I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna say, would you mind giving me a ride over to the other peak?
And the griffin, seemingly a little reluctantly, shifts and catches an updraft up over towards you, flying beneath, kind of expecting you in a way to jump.
And I trust my Griffith and I jump off.
Right. Zoit.
Yes. Adler. That's his name.
Oh, that's nice.
As you land, the griffin under your weight drops a couple feet, but then turns and flies and takes you over to the furthest away pillar. As you're flying up and towards that location, you can see, as you get closer, it appears to be like an old, some kind of like clergy-esque worship temple deal, like this there's statues and these pillars, and you can see, more corporeal than what you saw before, a plethora of air elementals shifting and dancing and like amongst these pillars here, like relishing the location that they're existing in. Are you going to land?
Hmm. Hmm. Um. Yeah. I'm gonna land, but
boy.
as soon as I dismount, I'm gonna kneel and bow my head in reverence of them.
As you kneel and bow your head, are you keeping your eyes open or closed?
I am keeping my eyes open, but careful not to look directly in their faces.
You hear as wind begins to rile up deeper, as the air elementals themselves seem to be getting agitated at this new presence, and the warrior instinct inside of you detects that they are coming at you. What are you doing? They have turned and began making their way towards you with intent. You have a brief second to act. Are you running, fighting? What are you doing? Roll initiative. It took too long.
For real?
Yeah, roll initiative. These things are quick as fuck.
15. I was just gonna stand. I'm not trying to fight them. I'm not trying to run from them. I mean, we're here for a reason.
All right. What's your initiative?
15. And as I feel the tension, I'm gonna speak into my hood and say, "Woohoo!"
We're not gonna sprint on this bridge, Bezoid. So,
You guys got griffins, for goodness sakes.
All right. So the first air elemental, in a very quick jaunt, making the 40 feet between you look like nothing, almost seems like disappear and then reappear in front of you, and he looks like this.
You putting it in. Oh, he looks scary.
oh, he looks neat.
He definitely looks like he's a monster.
And he actually is not going to stop here. He's going to come into your space, and you feel all around you this intense, furious wind. And he's going to attempt to throw you off of the ledge of the peak. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
$18.
Okay. So as you feel the forces attempting to fling you forcefully, like, I mean, it would have, like, if you hadn't resisted, you feel like you would have been knocked back, not like 5 feet, like you would have been flung backwards. You resist the force, but you're still going to take half damage. So 20 plus 2, 22. So you're going to take 11 bludgeoning damage. It's your turn. What are you doing? This air elemental is in your space. Actually, let me roll an initiative for your griffin. What are you doing?
I was going to go ahead and mount my griffin and say, "Come on, let's get out of here. We're not wanted."
As you do so, him being already in your vicinity and you not having a quick mount saddle, he is going to get an opportunity of attack. Are you still wanting to take that approach? It's
Yes.
no, whatever. Yeah, you already said it. So 21 to hit.
You win, right? If it's a tie.
No, for physical resistance. Oh my god, I hate that I can't.
So
ever
I just learned a really good trick for this. Meets beats. So attacking an AC, if you meet it, you attack. If you're trying to beat a spell DC, if you meet it, then you defend against it. So if you meet it, you beat it.
So 21
Okay.
hits a 21.
Yeah, meets beats.
You watch as this arm comes swinging down at you and seems to take form as this elemental turns its hand corporeal and slams you for 10 bludgeoning damage. As you hop onto the griffin, he calls out and takes a launch backwards before the elemental has another chance to strike. And as you begin flying off, looking backwards, the air elemental does not seem to like chase after you. He actually goes back towards this temple area, and they all seem to, as you get distance away, seem to calm down a little bit.
All right, I would like to go back to my previous spot
Yeah, I'm
and
taking
just
you.
fill in my team. Say, hey, I don't think it's a really good idea to be headed over there. There's a whole slew of air elemental, and they are not happy to see us.
Yeah, sorry. I would have helped you if I could communicate with my griffin real quick. But I didn't want to jump off a
That's
cliff.
okay. And I'm gonna release Adler so that he can go fly and enjoy himself and thank him for his time.
He flies off again, seeming rejuvenated. As the griffins fly by the pillars and the temples and stuff, they don't seem to themselves agitate the spirits.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
Cool.
Emus the monkey is creeping along the bridge.
Okay. As you come up to this spot here, these ones look worn as well, but instead of writing on these, they seem to have some kind of like etched in likeness of a lady. And she looks like this.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of run my monkey fingers over the image and try to remember it.
Okay. You reach out with your brown and white
Hey.
fur.
Hey, Mike, directly under where Emus is right now, doesn't that face in the side of the cliff look like that lady? Do you see that?
Right here?
Yeah,
Yeah, kinda.
I thought you did that on purpose.
Mm.
You're like, I did.
yeah.
Approaching this area, you guys, it actually is getting a little darker now. There's actually a glow coming from this little area here.
So my intent is to wait until Bazoy is across the plank and everything. Basically, I don't want to stack up on one portion that's not supported by a pillar underneath it.
Okay.
And I intend to grab the plank as I make it across that part.
Okay. Are you guys getting afraid of heights a little bit for your characters?
No.
Um,
Oh, come
It
Yeah,
seems
well,
like a reasonable precaution.
Did you place another plank over there, Boogie?
No, I only put one on the
Okay.
area that you just crossed.
Okay,
On
like
the right
this
side
area here looks kind of unstable.
Here. I hand you the other plank.
Thanks. I'm gonna place the plank right here in this area. And I'm gonna go across
This is
it.
taking a long time.
Guys, why don't we just say you guys carefully cross the bridge,
Yeah.
not stacking up?
Okay. Oh, look
So-
at Emus show off.
Now you guys come to a wooden bridge. It looks like the stone bridge that was here had collapsed, and at some point between then and now, someone had tried to do a makeshift repair. Just past this area, you can see what looks like the edge of a shrine and maybe an offering pot inside here.
Glancing back at the party, Emus is going to go ahead and trying to get his monkey feet about him and try to cross it.
Offering pot?
My monkey
Yes.
paws.
So as you begin to step onto this wood, even in this form, it begins swaying and creaking. And as it sways left and right, it almost seems like to pick up tempo as you watch a face here form and you see what appears to be another air elemental form on the other side of the bridge. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy. Oop, just dropped my dice.
19.
Emus got 11.
Oh, dag nabbit.
What, did you get 10?
20.
What, you don't want to... You don't like ogres?
Let me see.
26.
Yay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Claire's
wait, am
gonna
I
show off
supposed to
anyway.
add my bonus to that?
Your initiative, yeah.
Oh, 22.
You have a
You've
plus
got a
one
lot of
initiative?
decks.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of how low that is.
Clancy, you rolled a 23.
26, 17 plus
26.
9.
Okay. Clamacy, you are up to bat first. One looking very much so like the one I posted earlier forms at the front of this bridge. Emus being, oh, come on, don't lie, a foot onto the bridge. It's rocking back and forth as the elemental forms. What are you doing?
Well, I have a feeling that my bows wouldn't do anything. So,
I'm assuming it's a mundane bow.
yeah, I got nothing. I'm not doubling up on that bridge when I heard it creaking from a little monkey. I would pull out my Vorpal sword and save my action for when I can.
Okay. Basically prepping yourself if it gets within your radius to take a...
Yeah.
Or are you saving your turn for something else? You have to be specific because you can either hold your turn for, like, ready yourself as an action, or you can hold your turn with a pre-described action for when there's another triggering event.
Basically, when an attackable enemy comes in my area.
Okay, so you're readying yourself. Zoit.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
I guess I'm just gonna ready myself for right now. We're still fighting air elementals?
That's why we came here, buddy.
Yep.
The whole purpose of coming to this place was to fight the air elementals.
We need some air moats.
All right. And how many of air elementals are here? Just 2?
One right now.
Well, I'm gonna just prepare myself. And where is my? Are we starting the attack, or did they attack us?
He seems like he's going to fight us. That's why we
Or at least take out that
preemptively
bridge.
started fighting.
All right. I think that I am gonna do Ray of Frost. Well, how far away is he from me?
$36 feet.
Yep. Let's hit him with some Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Let's go, girl.
Is that an attack spell?
It's a cantrip.
What are you rolling to attack, or do I roll a DC? I'll just look it up.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I believe it's a. You said Ray of Frost. I believe it's an attack spell.
It's an action. Yeah.
Yeah, make a ranged attack spell. Ranged spell attack.
No, it's 60 feet, so it's not ranged, right?
That is ranged.
Oh.
If
17.
it's not within 5 feet of you, it's ranged.
Okay, roll a. What level are you? You are 11.
14
So
paladin.
roll 3d8.
Yeah, 3d8 is what I've got written. Sorry, I'm having a difficult time finding an 8.
You could do it in game with the spacebar.
That's no fun.
I'm gonna have to because I can't find my 8. Oh. 1? What am I supposed to do? Oh.
How do you get a 1? You have to roll 3d8.
Okay. So I got 3 of them. Now how do I do it?
After clicking it 3 times,
Drag
Yeah.
and drop.
you drag it into the middle of the screen and let it go. Into the void!
15. Oh, the fun part about D&D, all the math.
The only math I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
As it
I'll-
launches out, you see this ray of frost launch out of Bazoid's hand over the bridge and smacks into this creature. And it does seem to take the full force of the damage. And it flickers back and forth. Its face goes from kind of like a peeved off look to now like the facial expression is one of like anger. Is that the end of your turn, Bazoid?
Yes.
Boogie.
Not 100% sure we're doing the right thing. I'm going to get my sword to cast, what's it called?
Crusader's Mantle?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, everybody within 30 feet will get an advantage, get a little bonus on their attack. I shouldn't say advantage.
Yep. I'm going to post it so everyone can read what it is and what they get.
Cool. And although I'm just going to stay right here, I'll remind people that they might be able to get across more easily using their weapons teleport.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I cast that spell. It took my action.
So can I ask a question?
What?
Because we've never come across air elementals before. So when we defeat an elemental, do they just disappear? And if so, then what's the purpose of fighting them if we're not going to get anything from them?
They
Generally
go-
speaking, the elementals, their
They go
form
back-
turns into a moat.
Ooh, nice.
Or they get banished back to their plane of existence. Like
Okay.
elemental, there are some creatures in the world like elementals. Are pretty sure are one of them that are kind of weird. They don't really die, but they also don't belong in our world. So when we kill them, they kind of go back to their plane of existence.
Well, especially nowadays with everything being messed up and there being like very thin layers between the realms of existence.
Yeah.
So the air elemental takes two hands out, and you guys watch as it turns corporeal into this massive, like two fists, like Popeye fists, come smashing down on the bridge, and he makes two slams attack against the bridge to destroy it.
Jerk.
This
That's a problem.
Hey, that's where I'm standing.
You guys watch as the first slam comes down and unhinges this part of the bridge right here, and the second one breaking this one, and you guys watch as the bridge collapsed down into nothingness. Emus, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. Do I get any bonuses for being in a form that's typical for the climate?
Why?
Hold on, let me check out the dexterity bonus of the monkey.
Probably way lower than mine.
He can fly too.
Well,
Well-
I probably can't fly, but I could probably glide.
And don't forget, I told the Griffins to watch for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be fine, but we'll see how it goes.
So you have a dex bonus of a +3.
Wait,
Instead of your real +4.
you mean my real +10?
Well, maybe you still have proficiency in the saving throw, but you're more dexterous than the monkey is.
So I have to take the dexterity of the monkey.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled 14, so that's 17, I think.
Okay. So as you reach out and grab onto the ledge here,
Oh, I
Reach
wasn't
out.
even going to try to do that.
what are you going to try to do?
I was just going to kind of let myself fall off the bridge and then glide over to the other side and grasp onto the other wall.
Wait, oh, here?
No. Like, I'm assuming I'd glide downwards. So
Yeah, that's why I was shocked. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like end up down here or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to use your boots.
His monkey skills.
As you fall, you guys watch as Emus in his form falls down. He does glide over. And as he tries to grab onto the very, very icy edges, you rolled a 17?
Rolled 14. I guess the monkey gives me +3.
Yeah.
And you have proficiency in dex saving throws.
I
Okay,
don't
so
know if that applies to the monkey though.
you are able to grab onto the edge here, but your grasp feels very tenuous, and with the wind beating around on you, it's already beginning to slip slightly. Like it's a matter of time before you lose grip.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
Oh boy. Can I go ahead and roll a nature check to, on top of these monkeys that live in this area, are there any... wait, does the cloak let me transfer down to like an insect?
Yes. Oh, let me check. Cloak of Wild Shape. I believe it does.
I'm just going to sit this one out, guys.
So it has to be a beast.
So, like a giant spider might be considered a beast?
No.
Damn,
The
okay.
giant spider is considered a...
Monstrosity or something?
Oh, it is a large beast, but it has to be a small beast.
Okay.
Small spider.
That's what I wanted to try to do, is transform into a spider.
A small spider? Let me see what that is. Spider.
There's not a real small spider.
Tiny beast unaligned. So it says any small beast.
Oh, tiny's
do we
even
go?
smaller.
I want a group vote. How does the universe rule? Do we go with rule of cool and then it's any small beast and smaller, or is it just any small beast?
Uh, do it. He's got the magical boots of climbing on, right? Like, those adjust to his size.
It does, but it doesn't work on icy surfaces.
Right.
Didn't calculate for that.
What about here? What about this? I can try going for.
What's considered a beast, or is that what you're wanting us to verify?
Oh, there's a whole list you have to go through. But basically, beasts are any what we would consider animals of our world.
I abstain from this vote. Whether it's rule of cool for tiny or smaller. I mean, small or smaller.
I don't know. A beast would be like a
Go for
tree
rule of
frog,
cool.
or yeah.
So you're turning into a spider, Seth?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you shift down into, hold on, really making me bust out the tokens today.
I could also try a lizard instead. That might be better. I don't know.
That's no gecko.
Yeah, there you go.
There he is. Well, he's already got the token, so. Flying spider time.
And then, yeah, I'm just gonna try to climb up the platform where the elemental is. Actually, instead of trying to climb right up on the platform, I'd like to try to climb up the surface to behind it, above it.
Okay, so there is a slight pathway here that doesn't have ice on it going. Like this. That's 20 feet of your 20 feet right here.
I was wanting to end up like up here.
Yeah, you only get 20 feet as a tiny spider, though.
Okay, so I'll just, yeah, make my way up there, that's fine.
Okay, so Emus begins crawling up the side of the rock over here.
Is the transformation in action, or is that...
Yes, it is an action.
Okay.
Climb
That thing's about to be surprised.
Okay. Well,
Why didn't you give it a shot?
that's a bummer, because how the heck are we gonna get over there?
Oh, I just realized that your Vulpal sword doesn't have the enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't our swords? Oh.
She got her sword after the fact.
Also, it's kind of walking.
Can I teleport and take her with me?
It's not your turn. Free to try it next turn.
I want to know if
I
she's
mean,
going to be
yeah,
safe.
sure.
I don't want to know if I can just try it. If we can't kill the captain.
Okay, so yeah, we could. Was it 30 feet that we can travel within it? No, 120. So definitely make it across. Okay.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I guess I'll put
See-
away my Vorpal sword that I'm so excited to use. Pull out my.
Alternatively, if you wanted to, you could hold your action to attack, and then the triggering event would be once Bezoit gets to the other side. So essentially, you guys would be swapping turn orders. I believe in advanced D&D you can do that.
I say just shoot at it with your bow.
Or are you going to pull out your face sword? It's your call whether you want to hold turn or pull out your sword.
Yeah, I'm fine with pulling out my face sword.
Okay. So we've used up your interaction. What are we doing now? swipe
like
the air.
Yeah, I would like to use the sword.
All right, as you slice the air, this aura appears around you. This bubble kind of extending down into the void and curving spherically. This energy around you, this green fey energy. Doing.
I would see if it will let me cross here to be able. Let me shift click to show you where I want to go. Okay. So it's 30 feet. That's not where I'm ending up, but that's where I had initially measured.
So as you take a first step off of this bridge inside this fey bubble, tentatively reaching out and touching down, it doesn't feel like a solid surface, but there is something substantial there. It almost feels like that kinetic. What's that goo stuff? Non-Newtonian fluid, where like if you rest too long on it, it feels like you will sink
Oobleck.
down. Yeah, where if you rest too long, you'll sink down, but if you move quickly, it'll be like a solid surface that you can make your way across.
Alright. Yeah. That's what I would do.
That's one of my favorite words, oobleck.
And you come out behind him.
Yep.
Okay.
And
And I believe that's an action, right?
to use it, yeah, probably.
Did anyone write that down? Whether I said it was an action or a bonus action?
I know I did
Probably.
not.
So that's one
I'm
action.
pretty sure it is an action.
And what are you doing now? Are you going to use a bonus
Um,
action, or is that the end of your turn? It doesn't seem to be aware of you at the present moment, but you do see its form right in front of you. It's large too, so it's pretty tall, about 8-9 feet.
I would like to use my bonus action to at least try to start damaging it.
What can you use your bonus action for?
Offhand?
Do you have any spells for it, or are you making an attack? What are you doing?
Just a swing with my sword. Or is that only dependent if I've already used the action to swing?
Yeah, I believe that. I'm reading right now. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, so unless you have something that specifically says it uses a bonus action, you can only use the offhand attack during the course of another attack.
Oh, interesting.
And since I decided to move from my held attack initially, did it cancel it out and I no longer have that?
That's true. As soon as you take another
Okay.
action, yeah, it suspends it.
Then am I able to roll stealth? And if not, that's the end of my turn.
So moving stealthy is a hide action. I'm not sure if there's something that in your rogue class though gives you the ability to do so as a bonus action. So I believe some subclasses get that.
You can take a bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide. Yes, under cunning action.
Okay.
Starting at 2nd level.
So go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Hold on. 15 plus 9. 24.
Okay. Zoid, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with Ray of Frost again.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack spell. Or a ranged spell attack. Make an attack spell.
Quickly, draw one up.
Draw a bow real quick with your scroll with an arrow. like a very thin wooden string.
14. Do I have to do 14 to hit? Is that what I have to do?
So that's what you rolled to hit because his AC is a 15.
Yeah, so I guess I
So
missed.
your Ray of Frost, yeah.
Wait, so did your die show 14?
No.
Because you have to add. Okay.
Yeah, you're adding
You do have you do
charisma.
have
and
a spell attack modifier, which is your
proficiency.
proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier.
Oh, so then it's 14
Or however it is that paladins cast.
plus 5, so it's 19.
Yeah, your charisma, right? Not wisdom. Yeah, charisma. Wisdom is
Yeah.
clerics. Your charisma. Yeah. Or wisdom is yeah. So, roll damage. Roll your 3d8 as you blast him again with another ray of frost. Emus, as the
I got it.
impact of the ray of frost hits him, the blow of his own force going outwards and that magic, it's actually kind of hard to hold on. You feel yourself like sliding backwards just a couple of inches as you scurry for your spot again.
Oh,
19.
boy.
If only you were a
19
spider
damage?
that only had
Yep.
2 legs.
I had a 6, 5, and an 8.
77. Right. Very good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, time to slash the air. I'll do it with that same sword that I cast the spell with.
All right. As you do so, that same orb appears around you. Where are you going within 120 feet?
Actually, maybe it's not all that great for me to be where he can see. That seems good.
And you're coming out there?
Yeah.
All right. As the air elemental's turn, does anyone have the music on? Because that fucking, like, right as his turn, the beat drops. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The air elemental, his perception is...
Oh no! I blew up Calamity. Sorry, girl.
So he, unaware of everyone around him, actually, because he's not intelligent, actually hovers very quickly across this gap without any issue and heads over to Bezoit. And Bezoit, as he takes your space, as you sit near the edge of this cliff, I need you to make a strength saving throw as he attempts to whirl himself in a forceful wind and blow you off in a whirlwind.
What kind of a strength
A
saving?
strength saving throw.
$23. 18
Okay.
plus 5, right? I got plus 5
So
to my
you
saving
resist
throw.
his attempt to do so, and
Punk.
you're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage.
What a jerk. Am I the only one getting hit by these dudes?
Yeah, they all went over to that side, and him, unaware of anyone behind him, glided over to you to attack you. Emus, it's your turn.
Did Calamity get an opportunity attack?
Yeah, and would I? Because he got close to me, right?
No, you
had
weren't
used
ready.
your action to attack him.
Oh, I keep forgetting I have to say that after my turn.
Well, no, it's not an extra thing. You can either use your action to get ready to react and bust somebody in the head for getting near you, or you can like cast a spell to shoot them. You can't do both of those things.
Yeah, you're welcome to use a reaction to take a opportunity of attack as he hovered over.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do.
11 plus 12. 19 to hit.
Roll damage as he flies over. What are you doing,
Oh.
Emus?
I'm gonna transform back into Emus.
10 damage.
Is that with the plus 1d4 radiant?
No. Sorry, I forgot about that. Hey, I never get to use my little 1d4. 13 damage.
Nice. Although maybe it's resistant to some of that. I don't know.
What type of damage is it?
So
said how much
3
damage?
of it was
19?
radiant, and 10 of it was just my magical rapiers.
So it was a total of how much? 13?
13, yes.
It doesn't appear like he resisted any of your attack. Emus, as you pop out of the spider and turn into the tall, handsome Asmar that you are, what are you doing?
Oh, you think I'm handsome? I guess I'm just going to get ready to attack my next turn, because that's all I can do. I don't have to bonus that action, so like when it said.
Okay.
Oh
Flame
shoot, does it take an action to switch back?
I believe so, yeah, that's how I have it.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not meant to be like a combat item, really.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna use my interaction to put my regular rapier away and pull out my vorpal sword.
Okay.
And Bazoy, hurry up and get over here.
Zoe, what are you doing?
Is it my turn again?
Yeah.
Upon hearing that, I am going to use my weapon to teleport.
So you slice through the air as you're like wrapped around. This thing is still like flying all around you. You slice the air in 120 feet in all directions. Where do you go? Or not 120 feet in all directions, but 120 foot. Like,
I want to go
60.
like right here.
That's 120 foot. Okay.
Like right here.
And you appear using your actions, slicing through in this area over here, seeing this offering plate and stuff. The elemental on the other side of the chasm, or the whatever you call that. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna ready myself.
So you can't. You already used your action to get over here.
Listen, punk.
All right, Boogie, what are you doing?
I'm so ready right now. I want to shoot it.
Okay. Pull out your bow. Take aim. Fire!
Nice and good. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, well, let's take a nap. As I fire the missiles.
Yeah. Let's see. $16 to hit.
Roll damage.
Oh! Snap, my stuff's gone. I forgot that I put it somewhere else. Seven, 1. Okay, only one radiant. 11 piercing. That's with a magical bow, but a regular fancy wooden arrow. And yeah, just one radiant. So 12 damage total.
That's a good question. Like, I imagine that the bow shooting the arrow infuses the arrow that's shot from it with its magic, but I wonder how that technically works.
I think that it does do it that way, which is kind of weird.
All right. So your arrow launches through, and you notice all the damage seems to impact the creature, the air elemental. 10
Nice. I shoot
to
two more
12,
shots.
12, right?
Yeah, 12.
Okay. Take 2
Another
more shots.
12. So they're both stronger than the previous shot, but not crits.
What's the third shot?
7 damage. Wait, 1, 3. Yeah, 7 damage.
As these shots fling across the little gap there, hitting into it, you can actually see what was a very intense whirlwind begins to kind of die down, and the winds slowly begin to like build themselves back up. It looks pretty injured.
Yeah, my current position's fine.
It launches over here towards the creature that reached out and lashed at it, and it's back. And I need to see if it has the ability to. Una momento. Nice. He gets to do his whirlwind again. Clemency, I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Also, Calamithy was ready to attack, right?
I didn't say that I was, no, because I had just pulled out my swords.
Oh, alright.
$14.
You lucky dog.
Am I? Oh.
Barely, dude. Like, as barely as it can barely without failing.
That's
All
so
right.
awesome.
So, you are going to take... No. 9 bludgeoning damage as it attempts to throw you off the edge, spinning around. So it moved. After landing here and then... Oh, shit.
Or as they say in French, oh, j'étais.
Not a more Asian.
He hovers up here to get the high ground. Taking the path here. Clemency, you're welcome to make a opportunity attack, and let me see if you're in reach. So you're the only one who was in reach if you want to use your reaction to try to make an opportunity attack as he flutters away from your position.
Yep.
Big old 10-4 there, big buddy.
24 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah.
And do I still have that D4?
Yes. It's only been like 3 or 4 turns.
So it's another 3. For 18 damage total.
Oh. Shit. So as he went to go fly that way, you reach out and slice, and you watch as there's like this fluttering, cackling, and this like unstable energy. It like pulses out slightly, and then it seems to like implode on itself, and then you hear a ting as the creature disappears, and you see a small bit of crystallized. It looks like imagine like someone took like some white paint and then some like it was in some oil, so like they were like phobic of each other, and then spun it really quickly that was swirling, and then it like instantly froze that way. So like the white was swirling in this kind of upward pattern like a tornado. A small, maybe 4-inch crystal falls to the ground.
Awesome. 1 down.
And that will be, we'll do... Oh, that's huge. Ah. Let's see.
Are you able to shrink it though?
No, you can't shrink items, which is really frustrating.
That was frustrating.
They'll just be the purple ones.
Okay.
All right, we'll drop combat here until we move a little forward. We'll get rid of the combat music. As the Torrents kind of relax for a bit, looking around, assessing the battle, it doesn't appear like any other air elementals are like immediately on their way over or anything like that. They seem somewhat independent of each other at a distance and seem only worried about a kind of a certain radius around themselves. Unbeknownst to any danger or anything, your griffins are still flying below, almost like gaining energy and like it's like nurturing them, being it flying within these winds.
Yay!
Are we able to see down to like the grounds beneath
No.
us? It's all cloudy.
Yeah, it's all clouds. You guys are about 9,000 feet up in the air.
Yeah. Okay.
So where is that little collection bucket? It's on this side, right?
Yes, it's right here.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was a fire pit.
I want to get a closer look at it. What is in it?
As you look in, there is all sorts of different things of value. There are gemstones. There are a ceremonial dagger with a large ruby hilt. There's a large amethyst that's cut in a very unique design that has an ancient language written, etched inside the stone. There's coins that range from like very ancient kingdoms that are gone and no longer here to kingdoms that are, only 300-400 years old with their marking on them.
Okay. I'm going to reach into the rich man's purse, pull out 10 gold, and put it in.
Okay. As you reach out and drop the coin in, a stillness enters this little area, whereas normally like wind is ripping through here. There's a slight stillness for just a second or two, and then the winds return.
Well, I'll pick up that air elemental crystal and put it in my bag. Or moat, not crystal.
I'm the one that messes you guys up with that. All right, as you reach down and grab it, you can actually feel it vibrating with a power. It doesn't just feel like some regular stone. You're able to put it away. What are you guys doing now?
All right. Emus is going to come back into the cave, maybe shivering a little bit. Oh, cold out here, eh?
It is bitter. I'd imagine it's probably about -5, -10 Fahrenheit.
Oh boy. Well, should we keep pressing forward? We seem to be doing well so far.
I put a little money in that offering thing.
You did? Are you going to?
Yeah.
Oh, why'd you do that?
It seemed like the respectful thing to do.
Peering into the offering cauldron, or whatever you want to call it, what do I see in there?
You would see a lot of the same stuff that Boogie saw. The old, very old ceremonial dagger with the rubied hilt, the ancient amethyst with a... Can everyone just make a religion check for me real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
12.
15.
6. I don't get to add anything to that, right?
Nah.
Religion.
Yeah. No, I don't have none.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, as everyone's kind of taking a moment and looking inside, you are reminded about what these symbols are, the culture they come from. And it appears that the amethyst, at least, the language written in it is a language called Auran. Auran.
Okay. The wind elemental language. Okay. It looks like there's wind elemental language here. Auran. Wait, You said on the amethyst itself, which is
Yeah, like-
inside of the offering bowl?
Correct.
Hmm. Wow, that, I mean, maybe the amethyst is magical, but I would feel bad taking stuff out of this bowl.
Emus is gonna shrug. Yeah, I don't really care for anything.
There's also this very well preserved kind of lotus-like flower that rests here. It almost looks like this is kind of like a shrine.
Unless anyone has any objections, holy cow. I'll keep pressing forward.
So, out of superstition, how would you guys all feel about putting a little bit of money in? It doesn't have to be 5 or 10 gold, but it could be any amount.
Emus shrugs his shoulders and tosses 5 silver in.
I will do the same.
I would toss 1 golden.
Okay.
Wow, way to one-up us.
As you all reach in and drop coins in, there's this level of calm, but then almost like a it's like a veil that's very thin and silky like, but it waves back and forth, and it's almost like it's hard to give words, it's hard to like describe something magical like this, but it's like almost as if a silky sheet was made out of wind and air, drapes across this opening here upon the last person making a donation. I don't know if I can basically hear up. It's like a very thin veil crosses this doorway.
Huh. I mean, obviously, it's not like you would answer this exactly, but does it? It looks like a barrier where.
Almost
No,
like
the
people
wind
would
the
give-
wind is not like so quick or anything, like it's like a barrier to prevent you from going through. It's actually like a pretty calm, like waving back and forth, like a silk veil. Like there's nothing about it that seems like it's super dangerous or anything.
Almost like people would give offerings here so they could have like a safe spot to rest out of the cold for a while.
Okay. So that we can have a safe spot.
Or at least out of the elements, you know. Emus is going to go ahead and transform back into the monkey and start crossing the bridge.
All right, as you shift into the monkey, and pass through the veil, what's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I'm ready to move on too. Just kind
Yeah.
Yeah.
of go along. Do we still have those 2 planks? If not, I want another 2 planks.
I think Callie picked him up. I know she
I
picked
didn't.
up the one.
I didn't pick them up when I went into the portal thing.
Oh.
There, now you have
I was ready
permissions.
to fight.
So as 4 of you all walked through, all having made a donation, the second you guys pass through that kind of air veil, you feel this energy that comes from that silky veil that wraps itself around your guys' ankles, and it also feels like a little bit around your wrists. This energy wraps around and swirls and swirls and swirls, and then finally subsides as it gets closer and closer and seems to like almost meld into your skin.
Cool.
So it's accepting us because we made an offering?
Well, chop chop, Emus.
coming, I'm coming. Oh, there I go.
That goes off.
Mm,
That's a precarious
you know what?
section.
I don't really need a plank here. I think I'm protected.
Oh,
As you step across, how much do you weigh?
a lot.
300.
The
Oh,
rocks crumble and give way.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't go forward.
I need you to make a dexterity check to see if you can grab onto the edge before you fall.
Or both of us?
Were you on it too when he stepped on it? You were leading the way, so yeah, both of you fucking fall.
Yeah.
So
Oh
both of you
shoot!
make
I
a
wouldn't be
dexterity.
too close behind him.
It's a pretty big gap.
Oh, well, I rolled in that one, so.
10 feet.
What?
So
Monkey.
4.
You're a gliding monkey.
Alright.
10.
So you watch as they both begin falling and reach out, and neither of them are able to grab onto the edge as they begin falling. But when they do so, as you would like run over to kind of look over the edge, you would see them falling at an incredibly slow rate of fall, almost as if they were under the effect of feather fall.
Oh.
And you can see this like energy that's now back emitting around their wrists and ankles. And as you guys slowly fall, you watch as a flock of 4 griffins begin flying over. Emus, the wrong griffin picks you up because they're not sure who it is. But you watch as Bazoid's griffin grabs Emus and Boogie's comes and grabs Boogie. They fly back around.
I'll grab onto its mane and kind of say, oh, and it's here.
Looking for the next area that they'd be able to put you back down. They're going to drop you to off here.
Cool.
All right, Calamity, Bazoid, what do you guys
that
do?
in the snow? I see a thing in the snow.
What do you see? What do you see?
I see it. It looks like an axe buried in the snow.
Up here? Where?
Right here.
Good eye.
Where are they?
The griffins went and dropped them off around the corner out of your guys' vision. Boogie came back around to, I'm assuming, assist you guys.
Yeah. Do they have a plank or two? Like, it'd be nice to.
I don't think
have a
anyone
little-
grabbed. No one grabbed the plank.
Okay. Wait. Back there at the safe spot.
I don't remember anyone bringing the plank with them across this gap right here.
Okay. Cool. In that case, the plank must still be there for them to use.
Oh, okay. You got one right here. Gotcha.
I guess I didn't do that.
I'm measuring the distance there and looking at my odds. I did not for sure grab a plank and bring it with me through my teleporting thing.
And I did not either. Did you create a new plank, Boogie?
Yeah, if we didn't have any planks, I would have wanted a couple back in the safe area. But, after getting that effect, I thought I was the cock of the walk.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
How often can you use that teleport thing?
3 times per day.
Hey Callie, do you want to have me help you across? I'll use the teleportation with the weapon.
I'll assume that those guys can't hear me. I'll think into the hood. Do you guys need help getting across?
Possibly. I was going to see if this area looked okay first before using the teleportation.
Oh, don't do that. We've got plenty of time. I can just build some wood.
Okay. Yeah, I think we need some help then.
Okay. So maybe the planks are on their side. Uh, Go on. Whoa. Oh yeah, it's darker now because of like night. I don't have light ability. Um. So eyeballing it, I'll give a few feet extra distance. So I'll make a ladder that is 13 feet long. And just lay it on the ground. Oh, that's really cool looking.
Yeah. Well, you're not coming through, babe, but I can see, okay?
Okay. I
I'm
said,
also
can
in
everyone
a
see?
light.
Okay. There we go. All right. So you're making a plank to lay down here?
No, I'm actually making a real ladder, 13-foot ladder,
Okay.
because like I wanted it to have a couple feet clearance for this specific gap.
It's gonna have to be a bridge because I can't make a ladder go vertical. But
Sure.
imagine it's a ladder. Or not vertical, horizontal. Jeez. Alright. So the 13-foot wooden ladder spans the gap. The 10-foot gap. With a foot and a half on each side. You guys notice as the sun does sink below the horizon, the temperature does drop as well.
Hmm.
So wait, are you coming? What are you doing back there?
I am definitely coming.
Okay. As you guys are assuming, what are you meeting up with Emus?
God, I've been dropping banger jokes and I've been muted this whole time.
I would grab that plank this round or the ladder.
Okay, so you grab the 13-foot ladder.
Carry it with me.
And let's at least get one of the
I
planks.
see Cal trying to carry this 13-foot ladder, and I pick it up so that it's easily carried. She's not struggling.
Coming around that corner, you guys see a monkey excitedly looking up at something shiny, a little bit upwards.
Who's up there?
I'll go ahead and give him a little toss.
Ah.
Trying to get him up to right here.
All right. With his long arms and your monkey dexterity, you're able to get up there pretty easily, and you see what appears to be, it's kind of ornate. It looks like a dwarven battle axe of some kind of higher ranked dwarf. It's not like a commoner axe. Buried within the snow there. Which is odd to you, because looking around, there's no dwarven fortresses anywhere near here, probably.
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll go ahead and pick it up.
Okay. Add icy dwarven battle axe to your inventory. You hear whirling above, as the wind begins picking up. You see a skeleton come launching down toward you, landing right at your feet of a deteriorated dwarf skeleton. Looking up, there is a somewhat little horde of chests that appears to be occupied by an air elemental above.
Ooh.
I
I'm
need
gonna go ahead
everyone.
and
What?
I was gonna go ahead and transform back into Emus.
Okay, I'll do that and then roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, little sneaky snake.
19.
Treasure. Pirate senses tingling.
What'd you guys get? He got a good roll.
25.
Damn.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20 on that.
Next best.
I got 14.
I got 16.
I've got a +3 on my dex, on my initiative. Since I also rolled 16.
So you got 16, 17, 18, 19?
And then he also has
I see.
my
Oh,
dexterity
yeah,
is
you're
plus
right. I
5.
did actually roll a 19. My bad.
Emus, as this dwarven corpse skeleton lands down in front of you, still little tiny wisps of somewhat red hair clinging to the skull, that like little chunks of flesh. It looks like maybe a couple years dead. It doesn't look like it's been like ancient times. What are you doing?
Do I have an angle at shooting at him from here? At the
I would
obstacle?
say
You're a sharpshooter, aren't you?
Yep.
Looks good to me. I switched the camera to looking down from him.
Hey, Mike.
yeah.
Before we start a battle or anything, can we take a bio break?
Yeah, my dog also needs to go out, so this